straight from the soul with it. Yeah.
What's going on, everybody? The Island Rex coming to you live with yet another video. If you're new to the channel, please be sure to click that subscribe button. So I just wanted to talk to y'all about the politics of basketball. I grew up a huge Kobe Bryant fan. I never was like a big Michael Jordan fan. Definitely not really a LeBron James fan. I just never was. But you know, I really love basketball. As I got older, I started to appreciate Michael Jordan a lot more, and how he transcended the game, and his ability in terms of like marketing and just other things. But I just want to talk to y'all about the politics of basketball, and why Kobe didn't have as many MVPs as LeBron, because he definitely should have had more. If not, he should have had equal amount. Kobe Bryant was such a phenomenal player, and he just wasn't appreciated. And people don't understand this, like a lot of politics with anything, whether it's whether it's football, basketball, boxing. If you are disliked, people favor the person. They're really extremely biased, especially ESPN. All you have to do is really just be, smile in people's face and just act phony, and you have to be able to turn it on and turn it off, and just be a nice person. Kobe was more so like he was just basketball. That's all he's ever known. He's a quiet person. He stays to himself really, and all he cared about is, you heard Nick Young recently said Kobe was very standoffish and everything, but Kobe was just, he loved basketball. Like that's all he's ever known since he was a baby. He talked about that. Like if you watch, like his Muse documentary, his grandfather would send him tapes of Laker games and everything, so he would study and he'd stay in the gym. Like you got to remember, like Kobe would be in the gym like 5 and 6 in the morning while everybody else is out with their family doing other things. So all he's ever known was basketball, basketball, basketball. So when it came to like reporters and asking questions, he didn't really care about that stuff. He'd answer a question like he'd tell his honest opinion instead of saying what people wanted to hear. And that's what kind of separated him from, the LeBrons and all that. Kobe was robbed. One of the big things that really hurt Kobe in terms of his MVPs was the rape case. Like the rape case really hurt him because the perception to people, they really look at you like, they associate what you do off the court. Like, Kobe on the court was a ruthless, you know, competitor. Like he just gave it his all every game, and he went out there. He's not going to make no excuses. He didn't complain about cramps or he played through injuries. So you got to remember, like they associate those things. Like his numbers, if you look at his numbers in '07, you put him side by side with anybody in 2007. Kobe should have won that MVP. I think he got it in 2008, but he wasn't appreciated. And and if you look around, like just look at what's happening, like as far as like the Lakers. He wasn't awarded like with the Chris Paul trade. Just think about it. All parties were benefiting from that trade, and it's just unfair. Like you look at the Oklahoma City Thunder, they got Paul George for Victor Oladipo and some other guy. Like, come on now. Like, it's just like you barely got anything for Paul George. And then you look at the Carmelo Anthony trade, they barely got. It's like, and then LeBron James has just been awarded all of these players, all this talent, and it's like when Kobe just got Chris Paul and everybody was benefiting from it. Like it's not like they was gonna get, Dwight Howard and, you know, they was gonna get Chris Paul and all these people, and they didn't have, and these other teams were just left with nothing. So like I said, it's a lot of politics within basketball, even with boxing, like, I always bring up like Floyd Mayweather, it's my favorite fighter of all time. He people were very, biased, when it came to like other boxers, but when it came to like Floyd Mayweather, it was, he needed to do this, he do that, but it was just stuff that he did outside the ring that really, rub people the wrong way. So they wanted to see him lose. And, all he's ever known was boxing. So he was extremely confident in his skills because that's all he, knows, So with Kobe, that rape case really put a stain in terms of on his legacy, in terms of people like, and it was just great that the Laker fans like treated him like an MVP. Kobe to me is the greatest Laker of all times. Like, and if you don't believe that, you got to go back and just watch some highlights, man. Like Kobe really took the game to another level in terms of like, just putting the team on his back, his clutch shots, you know, his his tough shots that he made. It was just crazy. Kobe was a phenomenal basketball player, and for his from when Shaq left, you could say that Kobe deserved like at least 4 MVPs, 5 MVPs. Like he just gave it his all every night, and then they changed it like, oh, it's not benefiting the team, and just certain things, man. I just felt like it was just unfortunate, and you see people take the same as much shot attempts and less, assists, but they get, if you could compare Kobe numbers with Steph Curry numbers in 2015, when Steph Curry won the MVP, and you'd be like, wow, like how did Steph Curry get that over Kobe? So it's like I said, Steph Curry is more so likable, and Michael Jordan was the same way. Michael Jordan was a likable person. So, you know, the media really loved him, and ESPN is extremely biased towards LeBron. Like, LeBron does a lot of stuff. And the reason I'm not really a fan of LeBron James, I never really tell nobody, is because the way the media praise him so much, they overly praise him. It irritates you. You can't even enjoy. It's like Beyonce fans, you can't enjoy the person's music because they sit up there and praise this person so much. It's like when he came out, he was the chosen one, the king. And then when you come in there, you're playing in the East, you 6'8", 250 pounds, complaining and people just acting like, they would sit up there and criticize all these other players, but then give LeBron everything and just act like he's the greatest thing since sliced bread. But if you're the greatest, we hold you to that. So you should be, you done been to the finals 8 times. You should be 8-0 in the finals. The way they make it seem, and that's just the media. The way the media praise him, and he likes that. So for me, I just never been like a huge LeBron fan. I'm always be like the biggest Kobe fan. I like Steph Curry. My favorite player like right now has been Kyrie. Like since the beginning of the season. So, but yeah, that's just the politics of it. Unfortunately, Kobe Bryant can't get a sixth ring. And and it's also like a brotherhood. I'm not sure if like, the Freemason, whatever you call it, but it's a brotherhood of, getting to that next level, and sacrificing something, So you compare him to, you know, Jordan, that's the closest thing to Michael Jordan we have ever seen in terms of like footwork, defensively, you know, if you compare Kobe to any player that's won, even Steph Curry, Kobe defensively, like this is, you can look this up, like his accolades and awards. He's a 9-time All Defensive First Team. That means you're an elite defender. That means you're one of the greatest defenders of all time. You're a lockdown defender. He has 9 of those. He's a scoring champion. Um, Kobe has championships, and he's put the team on his back. And so for me, I just feel like he's the best player, and I feel like he was a lot better than a lot of these players, man. You know, other than passing, you know, I feel like what can LeBron do better than Kobe other than pass? You know, and he didn't have to rebound like that because he had other people that could rebound. So why would I be down there? I'm playing defense. That's why he's a 9-time All Defense. That's what puzzled me like about like Russell Westbrook getting these triple doubles and stuff. You see him getting rebounds when you're checking your person, when you're playing man to man, or when you're playing on your man, and you're not purposely chasing rebounds, you're not going to get rebounds. You get rebounds when you're not playing defense, especially if most of your rebounds come from defense. That means that you're cheating and you're trying to get rebounds purposely to build your stats to get you to chase triple doubles. Kobe could have easily, you know, Steph Curry nearly averaged a triple double in the finals. he had 9 rebounds. So that goes to tell you that it's just simple. It's easy. So like I said, Kobe Bryant could have easily got a triple double, and he could have easily got rebounds. He could have easily had assists. Other than that, Kobe Bryant was a better shooter, a better scorer, a higher IQ. That's why he has more championships. Kobe's not gonna get to the NBA Finals 8 times and only walk away with 3 championships. Neither is Michael Jordan. You don't never hear the media criticizing LeBron James. You never hear them saying anything and if they do say something, they call the person a hater. And the reason that is because they built him up so much to make him seem like he's perfect, like he's a god, and by them doing that so much, when a person says something to critique them, they think they're hating on the person. But, you just pretty much voicing your opinion on what you see. LeBron could have 12 turnovers, but they would blame the players. He'd go out there have 12 turnovers. They'd blame everybody else on the team except for him. He gets all the credit for the 2007 taking them to the finals. But he had a team. Like the dude Ilgauskas was in a All-Star game before LeBron James got there. If you look at the team, like a lot of the players, their numbers go down when they play with LeBron. Like they say, oh, Mo Williams was an all-star when LeBron James, but he averaged the same numbers on the team. They just put pieces around them. It's just that those guys don't get credit. It's just like the Celtics right now. Kyrie Irving is really the biggest star on the Celtics right now, right? He's the biggest superstar on the Celtics, and he's kind of carrying them right now. So all the rest of the guys are just considered role players because nobody else has stepped up and proven that they're a superstar, right? So they're waiting for somebody to come up and say, "Oh, he's a superstar." Now, if they win, then it's going to be, "Oh, you had Jaylen Brown." Now it's just, it's just Kyrie Irving. They don't have nobody. So it's just if they beat the Cavaliers in the playoffs and then beat the Warriors, they're gonna say, "Oh, they had Jaylen Brown. They had this, but this before that, y'all was saying he didn't have anybody." You see what I'm saying? So, and then with LeBron, like I said, they give him. Go look at the interview with Max Kellerman and Kyrie Irving when Kyrie Irving went up there. Look at how many times they mentioned LeBron, 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 LeBron. They mentioned LeBron about like 40 times on there. And I know Kyrie Irving was tired of it because I was getting tired of it. And I know a lot of people was. It's like you constantly hear this man's name all day. You get tired of it. They praise him all the time. When they win, it's because of LeBron. They lose, he didn't have any help. It's like he doesn't get no blame or anything. Like there's just like the other day, Cal Korver scored like 17, 18 points. All the credit went to LeBron. Why did the credit go to LeBron? Because he was just passing him the ball. So even though he was making, the analogy that I gave was that's like me fixing the car and I'm fixing the car and I done did all the work. I fixed the car, but you get the credit for just passing me the wrench. It's just like, come on now. But that's just my take on it. We getting up to 8 minutes, and that's just the politics of it. But y'all get in that comment box, like, share, subscribe. I'm out.
Look, straight from the soul with it.